Growing up, I didn't realize society labels us by default, deciding who we are before we even get to know ourselves. As a black boy, a black teen, and a young black man coming of age in this society, I was told through various means, you're black, so you must be angry, dangerous, less than. Along with every other low vibrational word that would fill in the blanks. But here's the truth. Society is wrong. Today, I'm breaking down those labels to discover who we really are. Not who society tells us we are, but who we decide to be based on the truth of who we are. Hello and welcome. I'm Malik J. Akbar, licensed mental health therapist, aka that one bad therapist. I'm also CEO and owner of Breaking Bad Counseling, LLC. I've seen firsthand how stereotypes and labels box us in and keep us from reaching our fullest, and I mean fullest, of potential. But today, I'm going to defy those labels, and hopefully we all can learn how to define ourselves on our own terms. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the power of labels. Now, I don't know who said it, but it was once said that the minute you start giving people labels is the minute you stop seeing them as people. We all can agree, labels are powerful. Look all around us. They shape how people see us, and even worse, how we see ourselves. From the time we're young, society tries to fit us into these boxes. They say, oh, you're too loud. You're too aggressive. And if we're not careful, we're going to start believing them. But here's the truth. Labels, they're just words. They only have power if we accept them. I remember being labeled as a troublemaker in school. Teachers saw my questions as being defiant, my curiosity as being disruptive. It wasn't until later on that I realized my defiance was actually leadership. My disruption was critical thinking. But it took me years, and I mean years, to see past those labels. That's the power of knowing yourself. When you define who you are, nobody else's labels can touch you. Now let's talk about how do you get to know yourself so you don't allow yourself to fall victim to the labels society gives. How do you get to know yourself, of course, when the world keeps telling you how you should be and who you are? This is what I did. Reflect on your own values. 1. Ask yourself, what matters to me? Not to my family, not to my friends, and definitely not to society, but to me. Knowing your values can ground you and keep you from being swayed by outside opinions. 2, challenge your own beliefs. Sometimes we internalize stereotypes even without realizing it. Ask yourself, why do I believe this about myself? And more importantly, who told me this? Is it really true? 3, surround yourself with truth-telling people. Find people who see you for who you really are, who you truly are, not who they expect you to be. And yeah, community is really important. It's a powerful thing, but only if and when it supports your growth and authenticity. And 4, I'd say, embrace your complexity. You're allowed to be more than one thing. You can be strong and vulnerable, intelligent and funny, serious and playful, but refuse to be simplified. Let's talk about how to break free from these labels. Clearly, breaking free from labels isn't just about knowing yourself. It's about actively rejecting the boxes people, society, tries to put you in. Here's a few suggestions. Redefine your narrative. When someone labels you, don't just accept it. No. Define yourself out loud. If they say you're too emotional, you say, I'm passionate and expressive. Own your truth. But show, but don't tell. The first rule of breaking a stereotype is to live outside of that stereotype. And don't waste time arguing with people, anybody who's committed to misunderstanding you. Just show them. Actions speak louder than words, right? Show them who you are through your actions. Next, I say, reclaim those negative titles. And I'm sure some come to mind. If any of those negative titles come up, flip it. And if they say you're bold, cool. Wear it as a badge of honor. Because guess what? Boldness changes the world. Now, I'm going to give a couple practical tips you can use. And I'd like for you to put these into practice. Get yourself a pen and some paper. I want you to write down every label you've been given, whether it's good, bad, all of them. Now, cross out the ones that don't serve you. Besides each one that serves you and that you really are, truly are, put a little note by it. You get to decide who you will be from this day forward. And remember, this isn't just an exercise. This is real liberation. When you can redefine yourself and you can take back your power. In closing, the world will always try to label you. And let's be honest, that's not going to change. But you get to decide who you are rather than letting society, the world at large, label you. Know yourself. Define yourself. And never, ever let anyone tell you who you are. Because the moment that you do, redefine yourself, label yourself, you are truly unstoppable. If this message resonated with you in any way, please drop a comment below. Tell me, what labels are you breaking free from today? And do the YouTube thing. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for some more of this real talk about self-empowerment, identity, and growth. I'm your host, Malik J. Akbar, a.k.a. that one bad therapist, and we're just getting started. Take care.